If you're a coach, consultant, agency owner, or marketer, and you want to develop more authority in your niche, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that without spending a lot of money and a lot quicker than you expected. My name is Reuben, and this is the Instant Authority Vortex method. The way I discovered this is actually pretty crazy. See, a few years ago, I decided to start a marketing agency. I wanted to go out and get some clients and do their PPC, run their ads, build their websites, that kind of stuff, to make some extra money on the side, because the other business that I was in was not making me as much money as I wanted to. So I really wanted to get this agency started. And as I was starting my agency, I knew that I wanted to focus on YouTube because I knew I was a pretty good teacher, and I thought I could maybe put some videos together that would help my potential clients. If I put those on YouTube, then maybe people would discover those videos, they'd like what I had to say, and they'd want to work with me, and they'd hire me to do their marketing. So that's what I started doing. I started making videos and posting them on YouTube. And honestly, it worked okay. I started to get some views on the videos, but not as many views as I wanted. It really took a long time to rack up the views on some of these videos. Sometimes I'd only get 20, 30 views on a video, and that was pretty disappointing. And every once in a while I'd get 200 or 300 views on a video, and that was pretty exciting, but that's about as many as I could ever get. And after a while of posting these videos, I was starting to get frustrated because I really wasn't landing as many clients as I was hoping for. I had a couple clients come in, but not enough to cover all my bills, not enough to really turn this into anything more than a very small side hustle. The thing that I was most frustrated with, though, is that every time I got a client from YouTube, they would tell me, hey, I watched your videos on YouTube, I liked them, I want to work with you, and they'd sign up, and they would turn out to be an amazing client. I mean, we're talking about a great fit client, people that would love working with me, pay whatever rate I charge them, and they'd stick with me. So I wanted more clients like that, but I just could not figure out how to get more of them from YouTube. So I started making more and more videos. I went from posting 1 video a week to posting 2 videos a week, 3 videos a week. And at one point, I was literally posting a video every single day of the week and still barely cracking a couple hundred views per video. So I felt like I was banging my head against the wall, doing all this extra work and really not getting anywhere with it. So I started to explore other ways that I could get clients. I tried Facebook ads. I tried getting referrals. I tried posting in Facebook groups, organic social. I tried a few things. And honestly, when I would get clients from those other sources, it was really frustrating because they wouldn't be very good clients. They wouldn't stick around very long. I'd get them in the door and they'd quit within the first 30 days, which just wasted my time, burnt up all my energy, and made me want to give up, honestly. At this point, I had been trying to start this marketing agency for a few months. The other business that I was in, I managed to sell and get out of it, but that also left me with hardly any income. So suddenly I had this free time on my hands, but not enough clients paying the bills, and I had to figure out what to do. So my buddy reached out and told me that his marketing agency, which was much bigger, obviously, than mine, he had 65 employees there, he needed a new PPC director. His had quit suddenly, and he was hoping that I could come help him out. And I'll be honest with you, that job came just at the right time. I really needed the income. So I took the job. I went to work for my buddy's agency. And turns out one of the problems they were having is the exact same problem I was having. He was having trouble getting clients for his agency. In particular, the ad account that he was running for their agency was not bringing in good leads. It was hardly bringing in any leads at all. And because of that, they were spending up to $30,000 a month on ads and hardly bringing any clients from it, which was a huge drain on the company. But even worse, without new clients coming in the door and with old clients turning out at a higher rate than we really wanted to, things were starting to get tight. We were losing clients. We had to turn it around quickly. So that was my job at my buddy's agency. And to be honest with you, I feel like I got lucky. I figured it out quicker than I expected. But the reason I figured it out is because he was spending so much money on ads. I had the freedom to test some things in his agency and with his ad account that I probably wouldn't have tested with my own ads if I were running my own ads for my own agency, which I wasn't. So anyways, I start running his ads for his agency, and I'm looking at his ad account, and I realize that if we can hyper target the best types of clients, the kind of clients that he was hoping to bring in, and we're talking about law firms, doctors, plastic surgeons, that type of stuff. If we could hyper target those clients and show them great content, that we could actually convince them to book a call with us and become a client. We could warm them up from there and get them to become a client. And this was really the first time that I had tried running any kind of like content ads for an agency. It's the first time I really had done that for this type of offer. And as soon as I had it figured out for his agency, as soon as we had leads coming in, and as soon as we were able to get customers coming again, we were like off to the races. We actually doubled his client load, doubled the revenue in his PPC department in about 7 months, which was pretty wild. So I decided to take my learnings and go back to my little agency that I was trying to start and try this out for myself. I figured if I could do this for him, I could probably do it for me too. So I put together videos, just like I always did, that I was going to post on YouTube. But this time, instead of just posting them on YouTube, I decided to pay to promote some of my best videos. And this is key. These weren't ads. I didn't create ads for my clients to watch. I actually just promoted some of my best educational content. Some of the tutorials where I was teaching my prospects things that could help them grow their business. Anything that would position me as an authority to my clients, I paid to promote that content. And this works like gangbusters because the people who are in my audience, all my potential prospects out there, people who own home services businesses, they were watching my videos on YouTube, not realizing they were even watching an ad. My ad would come on, and instead of being an ad, it would teach them something. So they would sit and watch these ads, educate themselves, warm up to me and to my business, and start to become clients. Now, suddenly, I had a lever I could pull on in my business when I wanted more clients. But something else started to happen, and this is where it got really crazy. Not only did I start getting more eyeballs on my videos, not only did I extend my reach and get in front of more people in my audience, not only did I warm them up and start to turn more of them into clients, I actually started to become a mini celebrity in my niche. And this happened way faster than I expected. And the way I realized that this was happening is I started getting a lot of sales calls, a lot of people booking a call with me, wanting to talk with me about our services and wanting to sign up. And what they would tell me on the call is, hey, I've been watching all of your YouTube videos. I watch all the videos you put out. I see you everywhere. I constantly see your videos on YouTube, and I've been watching for so long. I feel like I already know you. And man, you've done so much to help my business already. I already, grew my business to $10,000 a month just with stuff I learned from your videos. So I'm so excited to work with you. And that blew my mind because not only were people getting warmed up to me and showing up on my doorstep ready to sign up, but they were excited to work with me because I was the guy. Suddenly I was the guy in my industry. They'd seen me everywhere and they were dying to work with me. And so it just turned me into this instant celebrity, positioned me with this amazing amount of authority that I never had before, and allowed me to close deals at a much higher rate than I ever have in the past. Now, all of this actually changed my life in a huge way, because after I quit working for my buddy's agency, I went back and started running these ads for my own agency. And within just 2 years, I was able to grow my business to the point that I went from being basically a freelancer working in my basement, making videos on YouTube and hoping to get clients, to running a real business with a team of 10, a business that does well enough that last year, my wife actually quit her corporate job to come work with me and help me run this business. Now we work together every single day, and we pretty much live the life of our dreams, all because I figured out how to gain more authority with the Instant Authority Vortex. Now you're in luck because I'm going to be talking about the Instant Authority Vortex at Growth Hacking Live in San Diego, September 22nd, 23rd, and 24th at the Manchester Grand Hyatt Hotel. You should be there, be in the audience, and I'll teach you the Instant Authority Vortex. Myself and other 7- and 8-figure business owners are going to be on stage for 3 days straight, teaching you all of our best growth tactics. Register for your Growth Hacking Live ticket, and I'll see you in San Diego.